I'm Jasmine Anderson. We begin with a Labor Day weekend tragedy in the waters off the South Shore. A husband and wife were killed in a boating accident. It happened last night when two boats collided just north of Ocean Bay Park. 53-year-old Luis Doritas of Oakdale was ejected from his boat. His body was found in the water. His wife, Renee, was found in the cabin of their capsized boat. Police were investigating how the accident happened. As soon as we get any new information, we'll bring it to you. A woman has been arrested in a deadly hit and run in Amityville last night. Police say a man was hit by two vehicles, both of which left the scene. The driver of the second car, Danielle LaPersoneri, was arrested and charged with DWI and leaving the scene of an accident. Police are still looking for the first vehicle that hit the victim. They are asking anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-220-TIPS. A 2-year-old and nearly 20 puppies found in a vehicle in Wyandanch. Police arrested two North Carolina men. Here they are, Russell Brown and Jamar Bell. Both face multiple charges involving weapons, animal neglect, and endangering the welfare of a child. Here's a look at the 19 pit bull puppies discovered by police Friday night. They were in two crates and have since been taken to shelters. The 2-year-old is okay and is now with Child Protective Services. LIRR service changes will take effect tomorrow. The MTA says there will be more express trains to Manhattan, more direct trains to Brooklyn, and more convenient travel times. This comes after complaints from riders saying the opening of Grand Central Madison reduced service to Penn and Atlantic Terminal. The Nassau University Medical Center is running out of money, but that's not stopping the hospital from paying some hefty salaries. It's a story you'll see only in Newsday. Here's a look at the hospital's three biggest paychecks. The head of neurosurgery made more than $1.1 million last year. The CEO made $824,000, and the head of the trauma department took home more than $768,000. Newsday politics reporter Scott Eidler puts the salaries in perspective.
To see $800,000 salaries, $700,000, over $1 million for chairs of different departments, that is something that's in line with what you might see at a hospital system. And it might be lower, actually, than what you would see at a Northwell or an NYU Langone.
Even though the salaries may be similar to other health systems, the medical center's financial situation is very different.
What people are concerned about is that it's a public hospital system, and can the county and can the state continue to afford to fund it?
New Health, the organization that manages the hospital, is expected to run out of cash by the end of the year, according to the Nassau Interim Finance Board.
What Adam Barsky, the chair of NIFA, said to me is that while these salaries might be what they need to attract competitive professionals, the issue really is NUMIC overextended? Does it have too many departments? Does it have too many high salaried people that it can't carry? It carried over $300 million in salary, but the place is running out of money. So some experts think that it should operate as a much smaller facility.
To read more about the financial troubles facing the medical center, click Get More beneath the NewsdayTV video box on our homepage. Moving to the education front, only a Newsday, Long Island's annual school spending per student hit a record high. Sherry Einhorn has the story.
Classrooms across Long Island will be filling up this week as students head back after summer vacation. Districts in Nassau and Suffolk spend more on average to educate those students than elsewhere in the state. According to a Newsday analysis, the average cost per student on Long Island is more than $36,000. That's compared to the state average of nearly $32,000.
It's a people business.
Here in Plainview, Old Bethpage, the superintendent says 78% of that dollar amount is used to pay salaries and benefits. Dr. Mary O'Meara points to things like their graduation rate, kindergarten reading proficiency, state assessment results, AP class enrollment, sports teams, clubs, community supportive budgets, all as indicators of money well spent.
That just means that the money that we're investing in our children are seeing great returns.
Education analyst Emily DiVertola is from the Empire Center for Public Policy. She points to the financial disparity across Long Island districts, which can impact academic achievement.
In a place like Long Island that's spending so much money, you have to look at all students. In some ways and in some areas, for some families and students, they are getting a return on their investment, but not for all families and students, not for all districts.
We continue to outperform the state on a statewide average on almost every academic indicator.
Nassau Suffolk School Boards Association Executive Director Bob Vecchio admits there is still work to be done, especially in the more financially challenged districts. But he says you can't deny the quality of education here. 23 public high schools were just recognized as being among the nation's 1,000 best.
The Long Island school system has a lot to be proud of, and we are shifting gears to better prepare our students for college and/or career.
I'm Shari Einhorn for NewsdayTV.
If you want to find out how much your district is spending on its students, head over to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. The Shinnecock Indian Nations held its annual powwow this weekend, a tradition that's over 10,000 years old, but it's only been open to the public for the past 77 years. Steve Langford explains why.
It is called the Grand Entry, a centuries-old opening ceremony at Shinnecock Nation powwows.
I think it's joyful for us.
It's only been for 77 years now that the Shinnecock people have opened up this celebration to the public.
It's the 10,077th year that we've had our ceremonies, our private ceremonies. But we felt strongly as a community that we wanted to educate the public on who we are, what we are.
Tradition, culture, heritage, the essence of this proud ritual here. There is so much history.
Families pass down a lot of pieces that may have a lot of spiritual significance to them. This is wampum. Our people, the Shinnecock people, people of the Stony Shore, were considered one of the most prolific wampum makers in the region.
Everyone who stopped to talk to us was here for the first time.
So it's the first time I've had a chance to come out there. I want to see the culture, I want to meet people, and just enjoy the day.
This is my first time here, so I'm on a date with a new person, and that's why I'm here.
It was my first time here. I just come to see what's going on. I've heard about it so much.
And now the Shinnecock people believe strongly in sharing their story of survival on Long Island.
History. We look at history as, if you break the word down, history, it's his story. Well, this is our story, and we get to tell it in our way.
A beat that has endured. Steve Langford for Newsday TV.
Your hyper-local weather now. Here's a look at Main Beach in East Hampton. You can see people just enjoying the holiday on this Labor Day. The day planner, let's check out your forecast for you. The sun and clouds today, highs around 85 degrees. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with highs in the 80s. Make sure you drink plenty of water. It's going to do you some good. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by King O'Rourke Automotive Group. Newsday Sports is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
Once a warrior, always a warrior. Some Amityville residents and alumni think so. Carissa Kelman has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
High school football returned on Long Island Friday, and so did the Native American team names that the state is in the process of removing.
Warrior will forever be instilled in me. That's never gonna go away.
Amityville has phased out this Indian head logo over the past several years. As for the warrior name, residents say it should stay.
Right now for us, we should be able to keep it. We don't use a mascot and we just have warriors on all of our stuff, so we would need to change everything again.
Warriors can be seen on multiple surfaces around the school's athletic complex, and it can also be heard.
I have a friend that literally on his chest is tattooed warriors. It's an attitude. It's not a bad attitude, but it's an attitude that you carry. It's pride.
The Amityville School Board has agreed to comply with the ban, but reserve the option of challenging the state's order in court. At Friday night's game, the school administration declined to comment on the current status of the mascot name.
I don't want the name to go away, honestly. Honestly, I say that with everything in me. I don't want it to go away because it's a part of me, and it shaped me to who I am today.
In Amityville, Carissa Kelman, Newsday TV.
Read more about the Warriors on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Shopping, nature, and a little bit of history. Macy Eglin takes us to Stony Brook in today's Destination Downtown.
Downtown Stony Brook on the North Shore is perfectly described as quaint. The shops on Main Street are right by the water, with everything from boutiques to suites. And every hour on the hour, the eagle at the post office puts on a show by flapping its wings. On Main Street, you'll also find Robinson's Tea Room. About a year ago, Dan Bussey and his wife heard the beloved afternoon tea spot was closing, so they decided to purchase the place with the help of their family. Bussey was born in England and grew up enjoying tea service.
For me, it was a way to show people a little bit of my upbringing.
They have over 50 different varieties of tea, and the tea service comes with these 3 plates: scones, sandwiches, and pastries.
We make as much of it in-house as we can. The scones are all baked in-house, all the finger sandwiches, everything is made fresh to order.
And this is supposed to be an afternoon snack. I mean, this is a big snack.
We want to keep this tradition going.
On the water, Stony Brook Harbor Kayak and Paddleboard Rentals offers people of all ages the chance to give it a try, and they make the process super easy.
Life jackets for, babies, kids, and all sizes. You literally just walk up to the tent, you sign our waiver, you listen to the directions, you walk 2 feet to the water, and the guys do everything for you.
Their schedule depends on the tide, so every day is a little bit different, and there's so much to see during a 2-hour session.
So they go down a creek first, and they check out the historic grist mill. Sometimes it's spinning on Sundays, and they see tons of wildlife.
They offer paddleboards, single kayaks, and double kayaks like this. So if you want, you can just sit back and relax and make your friend do all the work. Work smarter, not harder. Reporting for Newsday TV in Stony Brook, I'm Macy Eglin.
Great idea, Macy. Hey, today's the perfect day to do it on Labor Day. For more Destination Downtown stories, Stony Brook that is, just go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Watch Newsday TV on the big screen. Use the remote to activate Siri, Alexa, Roku, or the Google Assistant on your streaming device. Say, install Newsday. Newsday TV, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Happy Labor Day. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.